Correlation and causation problems tend to get people a little bit nervous because they involve a lot of words, but they're really very simple. Correlation just means that two things are happening at the same time, and correlation does not imply causation. Just because two things are observed to happen at the same time doesn't mean that they cause each other. And so in these problems, you're basically looking for correlation or not. And then if there is a correlation, you generally want to say, but it doesn't necessarily imply a causation. Let me show you an example. A yoga instructor collected student data. She found that students who had less sleep did not tend to burn more or fewer calories during class. What can she conclude? She didn't find anything, right? She didn't find a correlation. So we're going to end up marking there is no correlation between the amount of sleep and the number of calories burned. B says a traffic study determined that a larger city population indicates a longer commute time for drivers. What can we say from this information? Well, we definitely see some kind of a relationship there. We're observing that it happens at the same time, that larger city populations and longer commute times for drivers seem to be connected in some way. So there's definitely a correlation. If you look at the first answer, here, there's no correlation between commute time. That's not true. In this one, we get a lot of weird extra information. However, there's no causation. This is because there is an increase in the commute time. With an increase, we didn't see that kind of a detailed relationship. So we're looking at this one here. There is a correlation between commute time and city population. There may or may not be causation. Further studies would have to be done to determine this. That's good. So that one would be that, that one would be that. And if you read this one, it should kind of sound like the first one. The company found that employees who start work earlier do not necessarily drink more or less coffee. No finding, right? No correlation. So remember, correlation does not imply causation. Correlation means they happen at the same time. Causation means they cause each other. Something causes something else to happen.